my biggest metric is to judge engagement overall.
Okay.
Like, what are the comments I'm getting overall? It could be throughout the week, it could be throughout the day, it could be throughout the month. But I think general engagement gives you a context of how people are connecting with my content, at least. And I think when people are really connecting with it on a deeper level, there's a greater chance of having these viral hits. Because if someone watches that 2-minute video that I did of John Lennon, people will be like, gonna share like crazy. And that increases the chances of virality. But it's something that you can't predict. But you can cultivate that audience to the point that your chances get higher and higher.
I think, we talk a lot about, not wanting to have passive engagement. I think it's really easy to pick up a view on Facebook. I think we really like to see, especially during a live broadcast, people commenting and then people replying to comments. I think that's when you're really starting to see really true engagement, and it's really something that it's a piece of content that's catching enough interest where people are not only just commenting on the video, this is good, this is bad, I agree, I disagree, but it's really sparking conversation. And I think that sort of goes hand in hand with where the Facebook algorithm is going. At least we think so this week. Obviously, it changes constantly. I think longer term, we've especially with Facebook, we look at the number of views, but then we like to dig into that a little bit, and we like to look at average view time. We like to see it, if people, because I think a view on Facebook is 3 seconds. So when we're going live and we have a 25-minute live broadcast, we want to make sure, especially once it goes into the VOD frame, once we're finished live, that people are watching, but people have actually dug into the content. And I think beyond that, we're also looking at what our peak viewership was as well. We're taking a look at, okay, throughout the 25 minutes that we were live, what was the number of the most live viewers we had at one time, and how long were we able to sustain that? And I think that's sort of where we go to say, okay, this content was good, and then we can see where our live viewers dropped off, and sometimes it's really easy to tell why, and sometimes it isn't. But yeah, I mean, views really is our baseline, and then we like to dig a little bit deeper than that.
Yeah, those are really good points. I know we create a lot of online content, digital content for my radio show. It's got a simulcast from a digital standpoint, so you can watch it every day on a smart device, anything that's connected to the internet. And so we clip out a lot of those clips and then put them on YouTube and post them on Facebook. And what you try to do is hit, at least for me, the stories of the day that people will probably be searching on YouTube or searching on Facebook as it happens. So sports figures that just had a big game, sports games that were just interesting, stories that people are engaged in. But engagement is another big part of that. It's finding people that are commenting on things, people that are retweeting things when we embed them on Twitter. And then for my Nomad show, one thing that's been an interesting lesson is it's a long play. Sometimes I'll put out a video and it'll be hot within the week because somebody's searching that game that I went to. They want to see highlights of that game or that game's in the consciousness. But my most viewed video actually didn't take off for months. It just kind of sat there. And then eventually, I think from word of mouth, passing it along, hey, this is really cool. It was actually a story that I did about a barbecue joint in Houston as I was covering the Super Bowl. And just because the barbecue joint had become kind of this local interest story, it started becoming popular there, and then that spread out, and then it became part of the recommended views of YouTube's algorithm, and then that's when it started to take off. But that didn't happen until probably 3 months after I posted it. So it's it's one of those things where you got to be patient as well when you put out something. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it takes a while to hit.